This is the biggest human tragedy. I say the biggest, the longest, the injustice we never receive. The Jewish people received them, this one. We didn't. Why? And everybody's dancing around in this subject, including ourselves. Yes. Hi everybody, my name is Elizabeth. Welcome back to my video. Don't forget to go to my website, financialtarot.com, and you're going to find everything you need there. A book can change your life, what you want. You're going to find a friendship. You want to improve who you are. You can listen to my songs over there. Whatever you want, over there you can find. So let's go back to subject. Okay, today we are talking about slave. Yeah, I never thought I'm going to talk about this. Why? I'm not expert of this one, but I am the proof of the subject. So if I am the proof of subject, I need to be an expert? Maybe. And why am I proof of this? Because the damage they did to this um, subject, generation in generation, we hate ourselves. We um, we don't trust ourselves. Between us, the black people, some denied to be black. Yes, some black people denied to be black. They don't want to be. Uh, it's not their fault because all this continuation of these things. Okay, we are all over the place because of this. Some people think they are not black because the way they um, born or the way they um, reside. So we hate ourselves to the point it damages our self-worth, um, self-esteem, everything. So, but we never received justice. Why? Because ourselves as a black, we never have one sound, one word like together. Okay. Why I say Jewish receive this? Yeah, Jewish receive this from German. Why? How I know? I work with Jewish before. Yes, I work with Jewish before, and he told me a lot. Yeah, and he was very kind. Yeah, he told me a lot. He called me my name because he have Alzheimer after that, but he changed my name. But I quickly realizing they receive money. I was like, wait a minute. Yes, they receive money. Um, and I was like, wait a minute, what is going on? And he told me it's like we receive money because German and all Holocaust or whatever it is. Yeah, they receive money for years. And this is why Jewish community are ahead. I know they hard work too. They work hard for themselves, but this is help them we to go ahead with everybody too. Not only the reparation, but that kind of money help them. Yeah, and they became unite. If you see, you love them. Jewish people are always unite. Yeah, they are unite. When they are together, they are together. But us as a black, we don't unite. Okay? I'm black for Africa, you are black for US, you are black in Brazil, you are black. So everybody um, uh, we are not like united. We can unite as person we know each other, but this divide us to be united. Okay? So anyway, go back to the subject of slavery. Yeah, slavery did a lot of damage to the core, like you have no idea. Especially people who experience this. It was the most damaging things, the most human tragedy never existed, but we never have justice. we never have justice. No one went to jail with this. Why? And no one have money. Black people are the most, what you could say, uh, bottom of the echelon. Bottom of the echelon. If you see here statistically, you see here the place you live, Quebec, whatever, you can see how our community, they don't have more money. Discrimination, whatever it is, and if the reparation, they give people money for the damage they did before. I know people can say, Betty, what are you talking about with it? This is the problem with our community. Some people thinks it's not good to do this. But why we are cheering for Jewish people? Black people, we suffer a lot, and it was billions of people. Billions die in extravagant way, torture, like Jewish people experience too. See, we was the longest, more people. Maybe they are dancing around because the more people, they don't know where to start, or they don't want, or because we are divided ourselves, so we give power to them. If they didn't give money, okay, justice. But we let Hollywood talk about this. Every year they have Hollywood slave movie. We go to see them. We cry to the movie. We come back. Why? This is the biggest damage Africa human never experienced. Our generation still suffering. See, we are self keeping do the things we they used to do in a slave master, like beating our kids, yeah, beating uh, things, the human. See, this all the slave master, and seeing other people as important uh, than ourselves. This is damage in cognitive. We never think about how this will keep in your mind. See? So for us black people, we need to sit down to see how we can resolve these things. Because as a side, really happy because we are not unite. They give reparation or not, but we never have justice. We can have two, justice and reparation. Or reparation, we need some form of recognition, apology to the highest, and the other justice I love, I never talk about this. Take all history, black history, to the history in school integrated together. This is gonna be the biggest justice, I think, more than reparation, more than people go to jail. They take black mass history, which what we did, a black slave, or what we invented, our grandmother, grandfather invented, put it to the history of the world, is integrated to the school. So other people can see what black people did. This is the biggest separation we never thought about. Yes, them give us the month for our history. This is, we have no idea. We keep celebrate this kind of stuff, but it is separate really because other side doesn't know. No one knows what black people did. Why? Because they don't learn at school. It's not their fault. See, we never ask for. no justice for slavery, no reparation, and we celebrate February month of Black people. So they keep pushing us back, aside, and we keep um, applauding. Yeah, that's very good. See, so Black people, we need to sit down. Everybody, if you believe we don't have don't need reparation, believe that. If we don't believe we don't need our history to put in a normal history, believe that. If you believe somebody should go to jail, we shouldn't believe that. But we need to sit down to think about this stuff, because this is the biggest discrimination, especially if our history keep going aside, like we are a lot of like species. I remember when I grew up, we have a chicken, right? So chickens have a baby chicken. So when chicken have a baby, chicken mother were very protective of the babies. So when another chicken mother have their baby, maybe other chicken come to other um, chicken by accident or whatever. It's chicken, we have no idea. So other mother is like doing this chin, 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 and the baby is going back to their mother. See, this is what you are doing. They don't ask. They don't like us to unite. They keep winning because ourselves. There are some Black really. Why repression? Why? Because some people think it's gonna be it's laziness. Nothing to do with laziness. We work hard, but the form of for me the real justice will be putting history back. This is gonna be the justice because they're gonna open mind to the white people uh, population what really happened. For now, if they give you reparation, justice, justice basically is almost impossible because it's a long, long time. But apology too. If we have a big apology, sincere apology to the every country who did this, to the every community who did this, and um, put our history back. We don't have Africa. We learn. I learned Canada before I came to Canada. Yes, I knew Canada. They have water. They have this, but no one knows what happened to slavery. What happened to our investors? People invest things. I was shocked when I went to school. I was shocked. In February we have snack. I was happy to go there because they have a good snack, and so we eat snack over there, and it's Black history. I was like, wait a minute, what this? And it was very good. And I was like, why we have separation of things? Black people, if we don't have justice, if we never have apology, if we never have reparation, believe or not, we need to demand Black history to be demolished or put back to the other story. Okay? So this is gonna be the biggest justice. So we're gonna learn what happened. Okay? So if we're gonna integrate everything as one, that is gonna be helping us to heal, and the other people gonna say, oh, okay, Black people. So people doesn't know, other side doesn't know, doesn't mean they care, but the kid doesn't know. Our kids go to the school, they sit down, they feel not only hopeless, useless. Yes, yeah. When I was in school, I feel like useless. Like, wait a minute, what? we learn this. Everything we learn come from outside for us. I never saw one black people in the history of what we learn. I was like, wait a minute, what is going on? So I asked my teacher, with history teachers, like, what is going on? Why? He said, Elizabeth, what do you want? He was so bright. What do you want? What you did? I was like, wait a minute. He was very funny, by the way. It's not a mean way, but it's very fun. I said, what you did? I said, what do you mean did? I said, what you did? I said, why we have February? Ah, he just really crushed. I was like, wait a minute, but in a good way, not in mean, okay, so he very good teacher. History, I passed history because of him. And I passed like a 60, but I almost failed anyway because I didn't speak English at that time. Not because I'm not, but I passed. But this is happened. You see, black people, we are all divided on everything because we things important we ignore, like slavery, reparation, our history. We keep really going to the cycle, and no one gonna have ask you for anything if we don't ask you ourselves. Okay? What I say, I'm um, product of that. Yes, growing up, we see other people as more important. Basically, we are useless because no one knows. Other race doesn't know much about black people. It's not their fault. They don't. No one show them. History doesn't put everything. Even our own African way, our education focusing other people. See, so we spend too much money, too much effort to learn somebody else. Like me, wake up, I need to know my neighbor what he did yesterday, what he gonna do tomorrow, what is the plan for 10 years. But I don't know me myself. This is what we are doing unknowingly. We need to focus to big picture. We need to focus with big subject gonna make new generation proud and new generation heal. Our kids go to school in empty shell. If I was sit down and learn, and I was like, well, I mean, what is so empty? Imagine our kids because they are small, so the complex start very, very young age. So we see other people. We are one. I'm all about oneness, but why not? How are we gonna be one without ourselves owning who we are first? We need to know who we are in order to recognize the goodness of the other people. So we recognize goodness of other people and ignoring who we are. So how other people gonna know who we are? By changing things, big things. What divided us is very small than what united us. Slavery united us than any subject, in my opinion. This is suffering for everything. This tragedy. No one went to prison. No one has culpability. No one is. Everybody is like dancing around. Why we let them dance around? Thank you so much.